you didn't know? The truth has been hiding in plain sight. Michael Cera, CeraVe Cream founder. Did you get the joke? If not, well, stay tuned, because that one was for me. In the realm of object-oriented programming with Python, understanding the nuances of static methods and abstract methods is like discovering Easter eggs within the language. Not literally Easter eggs, because we know the Easter Bunny isn't, well, that's for you, but you know what I mean. I'm talking about those Easter eggs that tech companies or games put in their programs for people to find. Let's shift our focus from the 4 pillars of object-oriented programming, which we talked about last episode, and dive into static and abstract methods. In today's episode, I have jokes for days as I break down the complexities surrounding these concepts. Enjoy, guys. Let's dive into the episode. Welcome to PyPod Chronicles, a series that brings our tech blog to life in a whole new way. Covering an array of topics surrounding Python and tech, from programming tips, best practices, and so much more. Let's get immersed in Python with the Nerd Nook on the go. Welcome back, guys, to another episode of PyPod Chronicles. I'm stoked to have you guys back. Before I dive into the episode, guys, I would like to shout out today's sponsor. Oh, wait, there is none. For less than 22 cents a day, consider joining as a premium member to show your support for my work. Head down to the links in the description, alright? Those are massive resources for you guys. Along with my free courses totaling over 30 hours of free content, I'm also giving you guys my free Python guide for you guys to get started with today. Head on down there and get your copies of all my free resources I have to further yourself in Python. Now, if you're ready for some knee-slapping analogies and practical code examples, let's jump into the episode. I'm first going to address what a static method is, as in we should have the understanding of what a method is, and really a method is just a function in a class, long story short. Now, a static method in Python, they're vital components of a class structure because they offer a way for us to define functions within our class that are independent of any particular instance or object. Right? So usually regular methods implicitly receive the instance as the first argument. This is called self, right? That's our first argument we give, always is self. Static methods don't require this binding. They operate in their own world, separate from object variables and class variables, and this provides us a clean but also encapsulated way to organize our functions which relate to a class. Now, alright, today's all about analogies because I'm trying to get more jokes in these episodes. Let's take a trip down memory lane with another analogy. Imagine your favorite pizza delivery guy. If you have a favorite pizza delivery guy, that's already a bit strange, but doesn't matter. This guy works for that bangin' pizzeria on the corner. They know the routes and the best shortcuts to deliver efficiently, but they don't belong to any specific household instance. They're always ready to deliver pizzas whenever, wherever, needed within their delivery zone, which is our class. So this is like ordering from a Domino's pizza in New York, but you live in Boston. What? That's outside the delivery zone. It's not going to happen. No matter where you are in your coding journey, you've undoubtedly used static methods before. Literally, anything you import into your projects is coming from a module, where in that module is most likely a class which is holding static methods in our program. That's where my Michael Cera joke came in. Oh, you didn't know? The truth has been hiding in plain sight. If you didn't watch the Super Bowl ads, I don't even watch the Super Bowl because I find it boring. I watch it for the commercials, and this year had the best damn commercials ever. That CeraVe Cream commercial, I'd probably watched it about 20 times in a row. Hilarious. Check it out. Implementing static methods in Python is rather straightforward. If you already have a decent understanding of OOP, then this new concept should hopefully come easily to you. You state a method is a static method by using the static method decorator, and we put that just above our method. This ensures that it does not receive the instance as the first parameter. You do not need to put self anymore in this method. Our static method decorator signals to Python that this function, should it be linked, be treated as a static method. And guys, please note that you can only call a static method both through an instance of a class or also directly through the class itself. Decorators are a key concept as you advance in your Python journey. They really help speed up our workflow process, and I'll break this down in coming episodes. But if you want a quick touch on decorators now, head on over to Code with Josh. That's my YouTube channel. Links in the description. And you can check out my video there on 6 advanced Python hacks. So the utilities of these little buggers, right? Static methods serve as like a container for utility functions that relate closely to the class but don't rely on that instance, right? So imagine a scenario, right, where you need to perform operations which relate to a class, but they don't necessarily need to access instance attributes. This is where static methods come into play because they offer clean, yet encapsulated solutions to your problem. I know we already have the Python math module and plenty other modules that we use, and this is just an easy way to visualize this. Imagine you create a class called Math Utilities, and then inside this class you create 4 methods: add, subtract, divide, multiply. Before these, we can just link our static method decorator, and then I can use these methods. It's just they're held in almost like a folder. I don't have to give them self. Now, what's really cool about this, and I just said it, is just view a class as a folder. And the static methods are just the items in the folder that you can access anytime without giving them any specific information. We do have a few alternative constructors, which we can also find utility in implementing these within a class. While Python does not support method overloading in a traditional sense, static methods provide a workaround by allowing multiple initialization routes. Okay, look guys, this is what I tell my students, plain and simple. There are endless ways to achieve the same thing in code. While yes, some ways are faster than others, don't stress. Over time, you're naturally going to learn the more optimized and faster ways. Okay, you need to build your foundations and your fundamentals, because if you don't, you're not going to understand these advanced concepts. You're inevitably going to learn these and become faster. For now, it's key to understand how everything actually works. It's like when you learn a foreign language. We first begin with the formal, grammatically correct versions. In the real world, we know that's not how we speak, right? So I actually taught English for quite a long time. And while a lot of these kids and adults had really good English, it's not natural at all, because in any language, we speak with slang, with regional dialects. Just by hearing me speak now, wherever you're from, if you're from the States, right? Yeah, I mean, I speak different from you, and it's fine. So it's like learning a language, okay? Learn it formally. Learn the grammatically correct version first. Then you can be slang, or then you can slack off. Now I talked ages about static methods. Let me talk quickly about abstraction. Well, not really, because I addressed this in the last episode. I want to talk about abstract methods. Okay, in the last episode, I addressed the 4 pillars of object-oriented programming. The last pillar is abstraction. Okay, so abstract methods epitomize the essence of abstraction, and they define a blueprint within a base class outlining the structure and functionality that concrete subclasses must implement. So these abstract methods encapsulate the what without going into the how. And this really fosters all of our code modularity, extensibility, and maintainability. And a simple way to break this down would be to view an abstract method as a reminder to any other class that they should complete the how for this method if they inherit. A quick analogy from the world of architecture, because at one point in my life I wanted to be an architect. Imagine an architect creating a blueprint for a skyscraper. The blueprint outlines the fundamental design elements and features that every skyscraper should incorporate. Abstract methods, in a similar vein, define the essential functionalities that a subclass must realize. This ensures consistency across our applications. I'm not going to actually dive into the creation of an abstract base class, okay, because you should be importing the ABC class from the ABC module. Then we create a base class. This is in the last episode, and if you're interested in this, the link's in the description, guys. Head on down to the Nerd Nook. That's my free Python newsletter. I break this down there, okay, in last week's article. Well, gosh, Josh, Python is kind of interesting. Well, yes. Yes, it is. I agree. And today you engulfed yourself with static and abstract methods. These stand as pillars of object-oriented design, offering insights into encapsulation, abstraction, and polymorphism. Static methods provide a means to organize utility functions within classes, freeing them from instance-specific dependencies and facilitating alternative constructors. Abstract methods, on the other hand, establish contractual obligations within inheritance hierarchies. This promotes your code consistency, but also modularity. Guys, by mastering the intricacies of static and abstract methods, Python devs, us, unlock a treasure trove of possibilities, empowering their endeavors with clarity, flexibility, and maintainability. As you guys go through your Python journey, just remember to embrace the power of abstraction and leverage static methods. Now, after listening to this episode, go practice. Go make me a class, a folder, which has a few static methods, and then try and just use those like a normal function, because you can. Guys, remember, the first link in the description, that's all my free resources for you guys, as well as my 30-hour Python course. I would like to shout out today's sponsor. Oh wait, there is none. For less than 22 cents a day, consider joining as a premium member to show your support for my work. Well, guys, that's all for today's episode of PyPod Chronicles. I will see you guys in next week's episode. Until then.